You know, we take riders, whether they're really fast and know a lot about what to do on the bike, or they're rookies and just getting into the sport, and we push them to make them better with our pro riders, with our instructors, even our huddle leaders, the guys that are working with them. They're typically pretty good riders, and so they're learning the basics. Some of them that are more advanced riders, they're fine-tuning what they do, which is really what separates good from great in motorsports, is fine-tuning. It's learning just that extra little bit of technique, that extra little bit of discipline on the bike to go fast. So this camp is built very intentionally to come alongside dirt bikers, take them from where they are when we meet them at the first part of the week and push them to get better.
It's pretty cool to watch these kids progress, because a lot of times they think, you know, they're going to camp, they're wanting to get faster, so that's what they need to do. They need to go faster, when it's really the opposite. And once we can get that into their heads and them to understand that we can learn to go faster by going slower, it works pretty good. So today I had them going down a hill. They kind of were surprised when I said we're going to see how slow you can go, because it's going to make you better bike balance, better control.
Awesome. Squeeze your bike, squeeze with your knees. Squeeze. We're going to have a race, okay? Now instead of the first one to the finish, this one's going to be the last one to the finish. You're going to start at this helmet. You have like 3 or 4 feet to get up, stand up on your pegs, and then you have to try to go the slowest without putting your foot down, without sitting down, and without falling over. Right here. Good question.
Bigger guys, we'd have them take their hand off the handlebars, and it was pretty interesting to see how they didn't realize how much they were supposed to use some of these techniques until they were forced to do it.
Now we're going to be losing that sense, or that extra comfort that we have of using the clutch and using that left grip. You guys are going to do the entire track like this.
It's an awesome week. You come up here, learn how to ride motorcycles, dirt bikes, you know, and get to interact with the other kids. Us instructors we individually teach, you know, every one of them at one point or the other. But instead of hitting all the bumps, come over here where there's no bumps, and you can still make it down to your inside line down there.
Biggest goal for the week here at MX Camp in Minnesota is it's almost a twofold goal, and the camp kind of speaks to that, even in the name of the camp. Like, we want to see kids get faster on the bike, but if that's all that was important to us, it would stop there. But because we believe the greatest truth in the history of the world is worth sharing, this Jesus that I'm following, that we're following to these kids.
Newsflash, might want to tweet this one, might want to slap this one on the wall of your Facebook. God did not come to condemn you. He doesn't stand above you and say you're a horrible, rotten pile of poop. Figure yourself out. God does not say that.
It's pretty awesome to see how much the spiritual aspect of camp and learning about Jesus, how many things you can relate to motocross.
I have a 2-stroke pipe. No one would willingly take mud and shove it into a pipe. No one would do that. Why would you take sloppy, gross mud and pack a dirt bike pipe with it? This pipe can't be effective when it's muddy and dirty on the inside. Listen, we were never created to have slop and dirt on our bikes or in our lives.
So the goal this week is for them to get, yes, a lot faster on the bike, and really to bring their love for the Lord if they had it before camp with them to dirt biking, and maybe for some that they finally realized that Jesus is a big deal.
But the reason that I'm following this Jesus, the reason this guy's got me so jacked up excited, is that he conquered the most powerful thing you can do to anybody, which is kill him. Satan thought he won. Sweet, the Son of God died. Yeah, baby. And then 3 days later, empty tomb. 3 days later, the stone is rolled away. This is a massive stone. This is a stone that I don't even know if the new Dodge or the new Ram with the 900 pound-feet of torque and the new 6.7 meter would be able to pull. Like, this is a huge, massive rock.
When, you know, we're at chapel at night and you can see the kids at the first part of the week, they're kind of like, I don't know about this, and by the end of it, they're singing along, clapping, you know, and hopefully they're giving their life to Jesus, and that's the ultimate goal.
Just come on up, invite people just to come on up, gather up your campers, your students, put hands on them, pray over them, thank God.
When you see kids open up to Christ, when you see them get it, like the light goes on, like their world gets changed, like all of a sudden they're like, oh, now I see. Now I get what you're trying to say. And that God's word is relevant and true. There's nothing better for me than seeing that happen, which is why we do this camp.
You know, just throughout the week when we're not at the track, the kids getting to know each other and hanging out and doing the zip line and swimming and all the different things that we get to do at camp, and they just, you know, they really get to be good buddies in this short 4 or 5 days.
Ayo! Ayo! You good?
Center.
My #1 goal in being part of FCA Motocross, to see kids come and have the most fantastic week of their summer and be introduced to Jesus, who can change their life and give them hope for their future.
To realize they can love God and be fast on a dirt bike, and that goes together super well.